Alright guys, so in today's video we're gonna talk about Bitcoin recent crash and how does this affect a BONK coin and as well other coins, and should you be concerned with this Bitcoin crash? Should you sell your coins? Should you sell your BONK coin? What could happen here in the future, guys? This is what we're gonna be talking about here in this video. So with no further ado, let's get into it here, guys. Now here guys, this is the Bitcoin chart. Now exactly as predicted, we've got a Bitcoin crash right after that spot Bitcoin ETF, or this was, as I've been mentioning on my channel, a sell the news event. Now here guys, you will be telling me why I stay bullish on altcoins and why on my recent videos I've been saying that BONK coin looks pretty good here and could go up, and as well I've been mentioning some other coins that could go up. Well, let me explain here, guys. Now usually whenever we get some huge Bitcoin news or some huge Bitcoin event like we see here, we see Bitcoin crashing. Now the 2017 top was the first time the CME futures, Bitcoin CME futures started trading, and this marked the top on that Bitcoin cycle. Now as well, going towards that previous bull market, that 2021 or 2020 bull market, now Bitcoin was around that 45k, and then we've seen Coinbase announcing that they are gonna be an IPO, or they're gonna start trading on that Nasdaq. So basically Coinbase became a public company. So since then we've seen as well Bitcoin collapsing, and then as well as soon as Bitcoin started rallying in 2021, we've seen the futures Bitcoin ETF again, and then we've seen a collapse. And now as well, here we are again, January 2024, we see Bitcoin spot ETF, and right after it Bitcoin dropped 10%. So probably you were looking at BONK coin, you were looking at other coins, and you were expecting blood. You were expecting, now that Bitcoin dropped 10%, these coins here should drop way further, right? So Bitcoin is the crypto index, is the crypto king. If Bitcoin drops, everything else should drop way harder. But now here we have BONK coin still holding, still above that support, still breaking, still maintaining that recent market structure change. And we have as well those top meme coins by market cap. We don't see any major drops so far. Pepe coin still holding above $500 million in its market cap. BONK coin $800 million market cap. We have all these meme coins still holding well. Meme holding above $200 million market cap. COQ Inu above $100 million market cap. Snake still around that $100 million market cap. So why are these coins not dropping? So basically guys, here what happens usually after a blow off top on Bitcoin, let's say once Bitcoin ends its rally, once Bitcoin stops and start dropping, we start to see altcoins rallying. Usually those blow off tops are notorious of kind of igniting a short-term altcoin season. Now the blue line here, the bright blue line, is XRP. Now we can see here guys clearly that XRP rally going into that CME future news back in 2017. Now we see here Bitcoin dropping and we see XRP continuing its pump, and this took around 14 days later to see XRP topping off as well and going down. Now going into Coinbase IPO launch, we see as well the same thing. Now Bitcoin after that news dropped and XRP kept going up, and this lasted around 20 days or around a month, where we've seen XRP just going up. Again with that futures ETF in 2021, we've seen as well XRP rallying afterwards after the news, and this as well took around 20 days or 21 days. Now if we look at Dogecoin, so the green line here, the bright green line, is Dogecoin. So Dogecoin is the oldest meme coin, and we can use its chart to give us some sort of a historical data on what happened. And now look at that. Now on that CME futures back in 2017, when we've seen that happening, we've seen Bitcoin as well dropping, but for some reason Dogecoin seen a rally. Now this as well happened and took around 14 days, the same as XRP. It took around 14 days where we've seen Dogecoin going up and rallying. Now again after the Coinbase IPO launch and the Bitcoin blow off top on April 2021, we've seen Dogecoin as well going for its massive rally, taking it to that $90 billion market cap, and this as well lasted here for around 28 days. Now, we did not see Dogecoin seeing any significant rallies back with that ETF, futures ETF, late 2021, but it still kind of got some dead cat bounce. It took around 14 days where we've seen just Dogecoin going for a short-term rally. Now, if we go here today with the spot Bitcoin ETF, what we notice here, we notice that Dogecoin is slowly starting or beginning a rally. And this could be the start of that Dogecoin rally as we've seen previously happening 3 times so far in the past. And if this takes around 14 or around 25 days that we see usually, this will take us right around that end of January, beginning of February, where we could see Dogecoin rallying. If we go back to that ETH BTC, which basically show us Ethereum performance against Bitcoin. Now, basically the Ethereum against Bitcoin performance is used to kind of see if we are on a altcoin season, if the market is mostly an altcoin market or it is a Bitcoin market. Now, we can see as well the same thing happened with the CME futures launch. We've seen that ETH BTC dominance going up, and it took around 35 days where we just seen that ETH going up, and this means as well most of the altcoins going up. Right after that Bitcoin blow off top, we seen ETH showing some dominance. Now, as well, the same thing happened right after that Coinbase IPO launch. We've seen ETH rallying, but this time it took around 238 days where we just seen mostly an uptrend. So this was an altcoin season. This when we see that ETH BTC chart going up, this usually signals that we are having a altcoin season where mostly altcoins are rallying and mostly altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin. And this took around 238 days. Now, this granted, this was on a bull market. Now, here going to today, guys, what we are noticing is while Bitcoin seeing a drop, that ETH BTC chart is going up, and this as well shows the same thing happening. We are looking right now at many of these old altcoins, and they all seem to start rallying right after that Bitcoin drop, and that is one reason why I am bullish on altcoins right now. So historically, guys, whenever we see a Bitcoin blow off top, that is usually signaled by some sort of a huge news that never happened before in the crypto space, like that CME futures, Coinbase going public, the Bitcoin futures ETF, and right now with the spot Bitcoin ETF. And that is one reason why today we are seeing BONK Coin holding, we're seeing most of these altcoin holding. So what this means, guys, this means that we are probably gonna have between 15 days up to 50 days where we're just gonna see some sort of an altcoin season. And we can clearly see this happening right now, guys, with that ETH BTC charts going up, signaling that people right now are jumping into ETH and into altcoins, and we're gonna see some sort of a short-term altcoin season that could last up to a month, 2 months, 3 months. It's hard to say right now, but overall, historically, as I've just shown you here in this chart, guys, we do see some sort of a altcoin season or a short-term altcoin season right after a major Bitcoin blow off top, something that we are possibly seeing right now happening with Bitcoin. And we can see here as well that we are seeing some sort of a altcoin season happening so far here. Now, what to expect here, guys, or in my opinion, what I think could happen. Now, that ETH BTC chart was just going down for over 486 days, where Ethereum was just going down against Bitcoin. Even though its USD value went up, ETH was just going down overall for over 480 days. So this means now it is time for ETH to show its strength, and now people are selling Bitcoin and jumping onto the new narrative, which could be the ETH ETF. And this means as well we're gonna have hype going into altcoins, and a lot of people are not gonna be looking into Bitcoin anymore, as we're possibly gonna be entering some sort of a long-term downtrend on Bitcoin now here. And this will give some breathing room to Ethereum and also other coins. That is why so far here I do still think we're gonna see some upsides on altcoins. Now, when it comes to BONK Coin here, guys, we could still see this level here tapped, which is now standing around this level. Now, around that 1920, this could still get tapped. Now, if you are overexposed and you're not feeling great about holding BONK Coin, there is no shame around selling some of that if you are in profits. But overall, going into this month, we're possibly gonna see some sort of a altcoin season, and this would still mean that we could see something like this playing out, an ABC wave playing out, sending BONK Coin right around here, and this would be it possibly, and then we could see another drop, maybe slightly below this previous bottom, and then we could start talking about the next real altcoin season that I am expecting mostly summer this year or end of this summer. And mostly I do think those coins that are mostly on the ETH chain are gonna see some rallies, like Pepe coin possibly is one of those that are on the top of the list of those meme coins on the ETH chain. We do have Floki as well, and those possibly could see the biggest rallies going on this month and next month before we see the biggest collapse or the biggest crash that could take maybe Bitcoin around that 35k 30k, and then we can start the real bull market. So overall here, guys, now with all this doom talk and with all this we're gonna see a blow off top or everything like that, for those that have a hard time understanding, what the general consensus here is that we could possibly see a drop on Bitcoin, sending Bitcoin 20-30% if not 40% down. But for those that are newly here in the crypto space, that are not used to see Bitcoin dropping 30% or something like that, this might seem crazy to hear that Bitcoin can drop 30% and all your altcoins are gonna drop. But the thing here, guys, overall we are in a bull market. We have a halving year coming, and historically this means that we are gonna see a bull market. So overall we are expecting higher prices in the future, and we are still early here in the cycle, and most of the strong altcoins that we see here today have higher chances of pumping in the future. Now this video is mostly to update you guys with what's going on here and what could we expect going into January and February. Now the overall trend is still up. We're still going into some bull market trend, could still see something like this, and then we keep going up, and that's the overall consensus when it comes to that long-term view here, or that 1 year to 2 years view on Bitcoin and on altcoins. Now as usual, guys, if you have any more questions you can leave them in the comment section, or you can join my Discord. It's free to join, link in the description. I do update everyone there daily, so feel free to join. And for my guys trading derivatives and as well looking for exchanges where you can buy those gems, those low market cap meme coins and altcoins, where you don't need no KYC, no VPN, check out Bank. You do as well get a bonus on your deposit. I'll leave you a link in the description for those that are interested. And again, guys, I want to thank you so much for hanging around here, and remember, nothing is financial advice as usual, and I will see you on the next video. Cheers.